I was coming up this road back at that same turn and everything like that, and there was a dude on the corner walking. He's just fucking walking, and he's got bagpipes and a kilt on, and I'm like, oh no. He's just sitting on the side of the road, like, you know, with bagpipes, and I'm like, yeah, play. And dude starts cracking out some epic bagpipe music. I was impressed, because I have never once heard bagpipes and been like, well, that's fucking nice. Never once in my life have I ever heard bagpipes and been like, oh wow, I would like to hear more of that. Unless, okay, let me think about that for a second. That's pretty. The fuck? Was it Dropkick Murphys? Is that bagpipes in the beginning? I have no idea, but I could listen to that shit all day. Nails did. Get my weave done. You looking at me funny? I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking kill you. People behind me are probably looking at me kind of funny. I got a fucking camera strapped to my face. You know, it's funny because when I ride, you know, if you're riding and you see another rider, if you're riding and you see another bike, and you have a chance to wave at them, wave. I don't care if it's a scooter, man, come on. Like, if someone else is on two wheels, that means they're risking their life just as much as you are. It doesn't matter if they're on a scooter, on a moped, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're on a crotch rocket and they're on a Harley. Who cares, dude? Just fucking wave. That's not, I do this, some people do this, some people like, hey, how's it going? You know, like, hi, how are you? Not me. Just little two fingers, what's up? But you know, if I'm in the middle of like a pretty intense turn or something like that, and I see a guy at the last minute and I don't have a chance to fuck, you know, I'll like just quickly just, what's up, you know, nod my head, and then hopefully they will get the message. And I'm sure that's happened to me a couple times at the same times that I'm complaining. What's up? Fucking, you want to say hi? There's an 80-year-old woman in this Jeep behind me. Hey, say hi. Wave. Wave. Fucking wave. Old people. This light usually takes forever. So I am just going to kick it back and relax. The foot up on the tank. Just chill out. Oh, here we go. What's up? And don't wave to me, whatever. Fucking 90-year-old dude on a scooter with a half face. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. You got your all-American hero right here. You got your dually Dodge with smokestacks and John Deere mud flaps and a bull bar. Dude, fucking America right here. I bet this guy's fat and has diabetes. That's what's great about living in southern Georgia. You see tons of stuff that just, as long as you're not a part of that crowd, you know, like that like off-brand crowd, if you know what I'm saying. The ones that, like, you know, are not too tightly wound. How's it going? Yeah, that's what, I got a wave. Okay, I got a nod. What's up? Like I was saying, as long as you're not a part of that, like, group there's something wrong with them, you can make fun of so much stuff. Like, you get so much humor from things. Like, every day, almost every day, I see at least one person in a wheelie chair, that's an electric wheelchair, just riding on the side of the road. It's fucking awesome. It's like the best place ever. You can just laugh. Like right here, you got this like 60-year-old woman in the middle of an intersection. She's in the middle of the intersection. She couldn't wait behind the line. No, she's too impatient. Gotta get right in the middle of the intersection. See, look at that guy, nice and patient. Everyone's having a good time. A gold PT Cruiser? It hurts. I can't fucking, I'm losing control. Gold PT Cruiser, losing it. Man, let me tell you about this dollar store right here. This dollar store was put up really quick. No time at all to put this dollar store up, this Dollar General up. Within the first week of it being there, it got robbed at gunpoint. And I'm like, all right. And I'm reading the story on the internet, you know, reading through the internet. I'm scrolling with my little scroll thing, you know. And I read that someone in the store, I haven't been looking around, someone in the store had a concealed carry permit, good on him, pulls out a gun and shoots the kid like 5 times. You know, which is totally respectable, I guess. Because, you know, he had everyone at gunpoint. You don't know what type of damages a kid is capable of doing. He's young, he's impressionable, he wants to kill people, whatever. He wants money. Kid already has prior robbery charges to him already. Like, he's on probation, I think, at this time. And, oh man, I'm gonna miss this, aren't I? Because you fucking Toyota Highlander. So anyway, this kid's got prior robbery charges. and he's robbing again. This kid, oh, yes! What's up? What's going on? How's it going? Yeah, you don't see me. I mean, you saw me, but, you know, you can't see me now, so we're just kind of fucking, what's up? How's it going? Your girl, whatever. This guy's just, man, this is weird. What's up, dude? Oh, yeah, fucking nothing says heavy hardcore rap like a Pontiac limited edition whatever van. Hello. Alright, you know, that's funny that I see all these dealerships, because I'm actually looking at a new car. I'm trying to find a new car. I'm trying to sell my truck because my truck's payments have way too much money, been killing me bankroll wise. It's just destroying my pocket, so I'm trying to, is that a donk? Oh, thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Anyway, so I'm looking for a new car, and I'm trying to find something that I like. My old Tacoma, I had an old truck. My older truck was a 5-speed, so I'm looking for something that's clutch. I got an automatic 4-wheel drive lifted truck that I thought would be a great idea at the time. Little did I know that it was the worst idea in the world, because the payments are like $400-something a month. Oh, look at it! Look at how wide! Oh my God! Fucking. Anyway, so the payments are like way too much money for what I can afford, and they've been like that for like 2 years now. So I'm trying to get rid of it. I still owe like 20 grand on the fucker. But I'm looking for something that's gonna be, you know, a little fun zip car, like something like a little 6-speed, like maybe like I was looking at Genesis Coupes. I was looking at 370Zs because they're starting to come down in price now. And I was looking at Mustangs to begin with, because that's what I kind of wanted, not because I like Ford, but because I want something that's big, old V8 and scary and mean, has that you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's what I was originally looking for, and nothing was in my price range, and no dealership wanted to give me what my truck was worth. So I was like, all right, you know, I'll try to sell it private sale. So I'm selling it right now, and I was at the dealership getting my truck serviced, getting all the oil changed and whatnot. And my buddy Timmy, he's like an 80-year-old black dude that works there, and the only reason that I mention his race is because he's really old school. You know, like the way he talks is old school, like the way, like his mannerisms, his speech, the things he says are just really old. You know, this dude grew up in times where it wasn't so cool, you know. But Timmy's a good friend of mine. Well, I was at the dealership getting my truck serviced, and I keep forgetting that, you know, even though we're good friends, Timmy is still a car dealer. He's still got that, like, want to sell. So I told him, I fucked up and mentioned to him that I was looking for a car. He's like, oh, let me take you this way, you know? Like, that's just how he is. He's like, oh, let me tell you, look at this. So I mentioned what I wanted. I want a little 6-speed quick car. First thing he shows me is the FRZ, or whatever, the FRS, Toyota, the brand new 4-cylinder boxer engine car that just came out. And he's like, oh, look at this puppy right here. She's so pretty. He doesn't know that I've already test driven one of these things, and they suck. I hate to say it, man. They suck. They're not. My truck is faster than this car. My truck is faster than this car, so the last thing I want to do is trade out for a slower car, slower than my truck, when I'm trying to, like, I've got things, I got plans, I want something that's fast. Now, it doesn't have to be 180 miles fast, you know, like a fucking bike, but I want something that's quick. I want something that I can just get on it real quick. I don't have to worry about merging. I want something that's a little 6-speed, and I want something that's gonna sound and look good too. And the FRS has like 2 of those qualities. It looks good, and it probably sounds good. It's certainly getting quick. And they didn't have any 6-speeds on the dealership, and they couldn't get any for like a couple months. And I was like, listen here, Timmy. Listen to me, Timmy. That is a 4-cylinder boxer engine that makes just under 200 horsepower and weighs half of what my truck weighs. Now, that thing tops out about like $130, maybe $140. and the acceleration is like, I go into all these statistics that I'd read about it too, and he's like, the only thing he could say, he just looks at me and goes, "You right." So I just keep forgetting that Timmy's still a salesman, you know. Funny dude though, I love the guy. His wife's great. She's a Timmy used to be in, like, I think he was in Korea or something like that, whatever war, and he married this girl that he brought home, and she is just like, I'm not gonna even impersonate her. I'm almost 100% certain it would offend people, because it's just like so stereotypical. You're like, there's no way she would sound that stereotypical. She does. So I'm not gonna even bother impersonating her. But if you want to know what it sounds like, go listen to Dave Chappelle's impersonation of a person who's Chinese. Almost the exact same thing. No. What am I doing? I'm doing 50, and it should be, oh my god, there's cops everywhere. Like, there is 1, 2, 3, and you know what? It makes sense why there's so many cops around here, because this is the police department right here. So that makes a whole lot more sense than just like, oh, they're fucking coming after me, bro. Let's see if this dude will give me a wave. It's going. Nope, nothing. All right, you got it. And he's not even turning my way. Yeah, America. Woo, America. So before this bike, I've owned a couple of bikes now. I've owned a decent amount. So I've had about, just to put it this way, I kind of go through bikes pretty quick. Not in the bad way, as in like I wreck them, but in the way that what I'll do is I'll buy a bike, I'll fix it up, and I'll sell it. And I made a good living off that for a while. Let's talk about this for a second. So my last bike, we're talking about last year now, since it's January 2nd or 3rd right now. I'm talking about oh shit, I need to get gas. Last year, I owned 3 bikes. All of them were Hondas, and the variety on them was ridiculous. So the first bike I owned last year was the Honda CM450, which was a little, I bought the bike stock, completely stock, from 1984 or whatever, you know, or 1982 Honda CM450. It's pretty much stock, and it didn't run. I'm gonna turn around in this dude's yard. I hope he don't care. Yeah, fuck him, he doesn't care. I forgot to go get gas. So anyway, I bought this bike completely stock. It didn't run for 300 bucks. I think it was at the most 300 bucks. I show up, I buy the bike, I get it home, fucking like look at it for like 10 minutes. I put a new battery in it. It fucking like all the electronics started to work, and you know, like I guess the guy was really thick. He didn't experiment with it too much. I don't even know how he got it. I think what it was is that he bought it as a project for like $1,000 or something like that, and then it was just like, I'm not gonna back off of $900. I'm like, could you do less than $900? He's like, fine, I'll do $500. I'm like, couldn't you do 3? And he's like, fine, I'll do 3. You know, like this is when I found out I was a good negotiator, I guess. So I buy this bike for 300 bucks, get it home, I look at it, put a new battery in it, and it turns over and all that stuff, but it doesn't catch. So I'm looking at it, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's up with it, you know. He had mentioned carburetor problems, but I mean, like the carburetor, I mean, like, there's no gas, you know, or whatever. So I put fresh fuel in it. I go through all the stuff. A $9 part off of eBay is the ignition coil. I put it on there. Bike runs like a champ almost, you know. It tops out at about 45 miles an hour, which is, you know, obviously not the right amount because the speedometer went up to like fucking 80 or whatever, which was broke anyway. So it's the carburetor. I rebuild the carburetor, and then I start chopping this bitch left and right. Just like chop, chop, chop. Just start chopping it up. And I make a bobber out of it. It doesn't look great, but it looked better than when I got it, I feel like. And then I sold it for about $1,000. So I sold the bike for about $1,000, made about a $500 profit on it, because $300 for the bike, $200 for parts and, like, you know, getting it home. So not a bad little profit on that. I took the $1,000 that I had, and I went out, I saved up a little bit. I got 1,400 bucks and went out and bought this dude's 1994 Honda Magna cash. It was like a 94 Honda Magna, the VF750, which was just an awesome bike, you know, just an awesome bike, beautiful bike. And I'll put a picture of each bike like right here so you know what it looks like. Just a pretty looking bike. but he needed cash now. The bike was valued at around $2,000, and he needed cash now. So I handed up there $1,400 in North Carolina, picked it up and drove home, and that thing was just awesome. I drove the shit out of that bike. That thing was fast, it was loud, it was straight piped. I don't know if you know anything about those VF 750s, but they are loud. They are so loud and so beefy. It made like 85 horsepower to the rear wheel after I dynoed it. Like I did some cool stuff to it. I had a bigger injector kit on it, you know, like, or not injector, but I had like this crazy carb jet kit. It was ridiculous. And a bigger cam or whatever. I don't remember what I put in that thing, but man, that thing was making horsepower for what it was. Anyway, I bought it for $1,400. Kind of cleaned it up, really. Painted it. Painted the tank on it, man. That thing was pretty. And I got it all nice and prettied up, and I sold it for $23,000 plus a shotgun. $23,000 plus a shotgun, which was awesome, you know, because like I sold the shotgun for $400, so I sold that thing for $27,000, or $27,700, which was, as far as I'm concerned, a good sell. I made a lot of money on that. Almost doubled my profit. I'm not going to talk during this part because I don't want you to see my credit card information. I'm going to put premium in it. Yeah. Does gas come out cold or warm? It wouldn't make any sense to keep it warm, would it? Since it's explosive? Yeah, that's a bad idea. There we go. That looks close to top. That kid's fucking just running for his life. 3.7 gallons. Fucking look at that shit. Yeah. And that'll get me 150 miles. Fuck you, eat a dick. Like, look at that brand new fairing kit, man. That shit looks cash money. Sold that thing for $2,700. And then, held on to that money for a little while. And a little while, I mean like a month at the most. I'm not good with holding on to money. Took that $2,700, started looking for a new fucking bike. And the reason I sold that is because I wanted a sports bike. This is my first sports bike ever. I've had a bunch of different bikes, but this is my first sports bike. So, $2,700. I have it in my hand, and I'm like, oh, I'm shaking with it. You know, I can't even handle that much money at one fucking time. So what do? So I take that money, right, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go fucking spend it. So $2,700. I'm looking. Bam! Everything's like in my price range. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. I want some more of it. And what I come across is this bike. I come across this bike for like $3,200. The guy had it listed for. I think he had it listed for something kind of outrageous because it was all scratched up. It was all types of messed up. You know, like it had scratches and dings on the side of it. The fairings were all fucked up. You can see, I don't know if you can tell, but that frame slider's all fucked up because some 17-year-old kid bought this bike, got into like a police chase with it, laid it fucking down on the side. And so I'm like, all right. So I go out there and I look at it. You know, I've got like $2,700. I'm like, I know I can talk this guy down to $2,700, but I'm not gonna pay $2,700 for this bike because everything else about this bike was perfect. Had extremely low miles on it. Had a power. He didn't know it, but I had a power commander on it. Didn't even fucking mention it to me. Which, I'm give or take on that. Really, that's like $400 that I didn't have to spend. There's no way I'm paying $3,500 for this bike or whatever he had it listed for. Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $2,000. And he's like, well, then I can't give you the helmet or the jacket. And I'm like, I don't want the helmet or the jacket, you know? But then again, I just had someone drive me down there, and I wasn't leaving without a fucking bike, and they are in like a Chevy Volt, you know? It's not a truck at all, so I can't lift it away. I'm like, tell you what I'll do. And then I start thinking, it starts raining, I'm like, all right, fine. 22 bike, jacket, helmet. And he's like, all right, cool. So he gives me it all for $2,200. I get this Honda, some crazy Honda rocket jacket that I've never seen before. That's got like all types of nice padding in it. I'm sure I'll wear it in other videos. But so I get away with that for $2,200. I'm hoping that I'll throw on these new fairings that I have on here now, clean it up, really take care of it, change out some stuff on it, you know, maybe get $3,200 for it, $35, something like that. That's not a bad deal. Then I can take that money, hold on to that for a little while, and go drop that bitch on like an 04 Gixxer 750 or something. I don't know. I'll just keep moving up the bike chain, you know? Now, every bike that I've ever owned, excluding one, has been a Honda. So I don't know how I feel about that, going from a Honda 600 to a Gixxer, you know. We'll see how I feel about that. Maybe I like it, maybe I won't. I'll test drive some of them, and if I don't like it, fucking, alright, no. I'll go back to the Hondas, because I'm very comfortable with Honda. I like their service. I like their bikes. I mean, they make a very awesome bike. Hell, even that 1982 Honda, the 1982 CM450, that thing was beat up to hell. And it was still just a great bike. It was all perfect up until my friend who bought it from me wrecked it. And it still runs. That shit still runs. And he still drives it. He has a fake ass headlight. Like, the headlight broke when he dropped it, so he just put like a rubber band thing on it with like one of those mag lights. And the bike fucking just runs perfect. So like, I don't know. Honda, I like Hondas. I haven't had experience with any other bike, so I can't speak on any other bike. I'll just have to try them out and see how I feel about it. Look at that Z, man. I want that shit. That's a pretty looking car. I know that dude. That dude goes to my college. We're gonna come out to do wheelie practice. So yeah, I kind of regret selling the Magna. That bike was a whole lot of just awesomeness. I get compliments on that bike wherever I go, or wherever I went at the time, because it was just such an awesome bike. It was loud, it was clean, the shit looked great. I mean, like, I repainted the tank was black, and I put like a white stripe right down the middle. I fucking shined that bitch up. It looked so good. And I almost regret selling it, because I was pretty, what I should have done, I should have just waited and saved up, and then bought one of these, so I'd have two bikes. I can't handle that insurance. Nuh-uh. Nope. What I do when I get the wheelies, and you guys can tell me what I'm doing wrong. I get in like second gear, I get to like 6,000 RPM, and ah, man, I don't want to drop this thing. Man, my fingers are just cold as shit right now. I don't know why, man. My finger, these are icons. How can these be cold? Whoa! I don't think we ever looked at that. Golden House Parkway. So, like, there's some really good straightaways out here. I mean, not great, but better than what I'm used to. You can just fucking like. That one was good. That's the best one I've ever done right there. Ah, I got nervous on that one. And there's dirt up ahead. I don't wanna fucking wheelie on dirt. Don't wanna wheelie on dirt. Ah. That's what that does, that road goes to. Let's go check it out, man. Let's fucking just, yeah. Man, I've always wanted to do the like quick turnaround thing where you like slide and like just be a badass. You know, where you stop and you like, eee! Turn sideways, and then you do a burnout to get out of it. I'll never be that guy. Starting to get better on throttle control. That's what it is. It's all about throttle control, I guess. If you can just kind of like hold it, you can figure out where it's at. On the wrong side of the road, man, that's all types of illegal. This is breaking every rule in the book. Here it goes. Oh shit. I almost ate it that time because wheel locked and I just got really uncomfortable with it. This guy's gonna turn. Go follow him. Let's see what's doing. Oh man, my fingertips is cold, buddy. My fingertips is cold. Let's. How's it going? What's up? What are these fucking? Don't pull me over. Don't pull me over. brakes and turn around. Don't put on your brakes and turn around. Don't put on your brakes and turn around. And I think that's a good sign to go the fuck home. Mr. Saturday will just kind of walk in and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And Jax will chase his ass out of there. And I feel bad. That's too strong of a word. I don't feel bad.